Once again, I mean, he is 6, yes, but this is a Gwen. He has so much to say, and she's base. She's ahead of you on items.
You're not doing. You're going to die right there. And we're going to see this angle again right here from Escape here, Lolo.
Holy moly, the sniper, RLS sniper right there, Escape. That was superb. That's going to be a Drake picked up for RLS. They've now built themselves a 2K goldie. They might dive here. Oh, battery.
Oh, once that dredge line hits, man, that is going to be looking tough. Out because they're able to get the Moonlight Vigil out, but it's not going to quite matter. Teleport now. Going to be coming, but it's going to be all alone. Zenzen now going to be in a rock in a hard place. Going to be a 2v5, going to take out one. Zenzen's able to walk away. Zap looking to get some chip damage. Onto the return here is Demon Girl. Now going to try to stall it out. Very low on HP, but not low on the movement. Able to depth. Dredge line forward, Root's still there. Pengu's gonna try to take down another one now, but it's Rafa now forced to flash away, but the cat is now gonna be out, and the battery has begun. No way. Goodness. Does get hit with a fadeaway clap back and gets taken out now, but back to the mid lane. Rafa in a bit of a bad spot, able to try to escape, but he can't quite make it out with his life. He does get taken out of the fight in that tier 2 turret. Alk is now looking to try to carry the fight, but now the dredge line is coming out, and Demon Girl is able to stop him in his tracks, and while you know Doctor left there all alone like an amoeba without a host body, and now there's only one left. Welcome back in, everyone, at FFS4. We already find ourselves in game number 4, the potential last game of the night, unless this side of Team Rex have anything to say about it, and the first thing that comes out of their mouth is misfortune.
Absolutely. We're seeing MF being taken. We're seeing the Helios Braum in response, another very strong bot combination. The Helios showing himself to be a pretty good response for some of this series at least. And the Gwen again is being taken off the table. No Shen for Joshi. All of his champs have been taken away as comfort picks. So it will be very interesting to see again on this top side, so much priority there. But at the moment, it is going to be a Rakan being locked in. We are going to see the bot duos just shown their cards on the table straight away. And Doctor's going to be looking to make some things happen. But that's Zenzen's action this time. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to see that salty run back here. Now, all we need to see here, Lolo, is a damn Orianna, but I don't think it's going to quite come out yet. We do have the Nocturne being hovered. We did see this in game number 1 from RLS, which was the game that they were able to win here. So we're going to have to see how the response is if that is a Nocturne jungle.
Absolutely, and a very similar draft from RLS for the game which, as you said, Shneki, that is the game they took on red side, so looking in quite a strong position thus far. Zenzen, though, on this Akshan, as I said already, he is looking to make that roaming style that we haven't seen massive amounts of from him in this series. The Vel'Koz, of course, doing so much work, being ganked repeatedly and just surviving, but the Orianna not quite up to scratch, but he's saying to Pengu, no, mate, this is how you play Akshan. You did a good job, but I'm going to show you one better.
Oh, definitely, man. The lights are absolutely on this mid lane matchup. But kind of as we see these next bans coming out here, I really am liking the direction that we have from RLS. Not only do you have the Braum to really throw up that Unbreakable Shield and essentially nullify almost the entire Misfortune ultimate, which is what she's really good for. You also have Nocturne in case somebody gets out of hand. You have Akshan, Misfortune, 2 very squishy targets here, and you know that's what War Leader's going to be targeting.
Absolutely, yeah. War Leader looked really competent on this in game 1, and he's looking to make that happen against some of these immobile carries on the side of Rex. The Orianna, of course, is being taken off the table, so no response there from Pengu. It didn't work out in the reverse matchup in the previous game, so we'll see what Pengu has to bring to the table in response. I'll be interested to see if RLS do go for that. Is a full, it is, of course, a flex, but that is definitely a full prio ban. I mean, it's Joshi's Lilia, by the way. It's flex picks that they just want to take away from them, that stuff that Joshi can stick up there in the top side. Definitely the Lilia he's shown previously in the league that he can make that happen. That's been a staple ban for RLS all series. So we'll see what they have in response, and it'll be very interesting to see what this top lane matchup is once again, the Battle of the Joshes.
Absolutely. Well, look, I know one of the strong picks that we kind of talked to Joshi about yesterday was that Graves in the solo lane, but one of the strong points of taking Graves is you're able to take it early on and flex it, considering now that they pick both their picks together after Blue gets their 4th pick here. I don't know if we're going to see that because it kind of takes a little bit away of that flex potential. But again, Graves still might be an option. It is left open. And what better than Orianna in the mid lane, another control mage, which is the Syndra, which, by the way, we were looking at Zenzen's champion champions pool, and this is one of the champions that he kind of refuses to play. So we're going to need to see if he is at least able to play against it.
Absolutely, yeah. Pengu is saying, look, if you can't play it, then I can, mate. And I'll see your action. I'll do one better. Now, of course, Joshi here, both Joshi and Rafa having to have their hands forced a little bit here with that final pick. Of course, the Nocturne's already locked in, but Anti is going to get full reign for this counter pick potential in the top lane matchup. That is a Diana coming through. Do we see the sets already off the table? Are we going to see something else? Maybe a Camille, something else to lock things down, get the Misfortune the space she needs to make things happen? It'll be interesting. The Scion, of course, that's something that Joshi did say he might pull out, but as a blind pick, I think there's plenty of things that Anti can draft against it.
Yeah, I mean, they really took out those 3 really power picks that Joshi has in the top side. Obviously, Shen Ornn, particularly being the first 2 that he likes to play. I do want to see a tank, and okay, ask and you shall receive, man. The Kench is on bench. That's going to allow them to have that front line to play around the double attack damage carry / marksman combo.
Yes, absolutely. It's going to allow him to also keep his carries out of trouble with the Swallow as well. And of course, we know Joshi is a weak side king, and this is the weak side champion, one of the best, so if not the best. And he's looking once again to just stand his ground in lane. This is a very, very difficult champion to kill. We know Anti far more aggressive. We've seen throughout the course of this series, the one looking to dive. Are you serious? Are you serious?
Okay, dude. Oh my. Okay, last game we seen the cat come out, but now the dog is here to play, dude. I cannot believe he just took the Nasus here. With that being said, man, it's now time to kind of get a little bit of a glimpse into what we think is going to happen this game here, Lolo. And I got to tell you, I kind of had a good read, but now I'm shaking up, man. What are your thoughts? Who's going to come out ahead? And what the hell with this Nasus pick, man?
I honestly don't know what to tell you, Schnecki. I'll be honest, I really like the Helios Brown. I think that's going to do a lot of work. Escape has been so strong in the Helios Soul series. The mid lane matchup, we'll just see how Pengu Soul reacts to Zen Zen's Akshan this time around. There is a lot of good team fight potential on both sides, but this top lane, I mean, if Anti is saying, look, if I can't kill you, I'm going to become unkillable myself. So I kind of like where RLS is going with this, honestly.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to have to see how it all ends up panning out here as we are now ready for game number 4. Again, this could all be over right here, right now, if RLS can put that restless leg syndrome right to bed. And we're going to see how it pans out here, Lolo.
I really am interested to see how this top lane matchup goes, because Anti's been so aggressive the entire time. Is he still going to keep this up with something like the Nasus? That's a real change of pace from the normal champion pool we see from him, but we are going to see a bit of an invade, just a little bit of vision, nothing more.
Definitely so. And we do have, I think important to note, though, we have Rafa on one of those signature picks. Not necessarily the Diana in general, but the playstyle that Rafa has. I mean, the first time I ever casted here, I seen Rafa just absolutely pop off with the Kha'Zix. Unfortunately, the game I watched versus INT, casted versus INT, he did have a really big league. He was 7-0. Problem was, he wasn't quite able to kind of snowball that to the lead, but I do know Rafa is a player that is adept in being able to use some of those leads and just snowball and make plays. What better champion to do that than Diana?
Absolutely, Schnecki. I think you make a really good point, because Rafa, he is definitely the wild card on the side of Rex. We know that these guys are all really, really seasoned players, very, very strong mentals, but this is the guy who can make or break the team sometimes, and he's on another champion that can really make that happen. So yes, it's a lot. We do need to watch him as time goes on and see if he's able to land those gigantic moonfalls that can just turn the game around.
Yeah, Lolo, I got to be honest here. I think Rafa picking the Diana here was his secret weapon to get you casting all the way till 5 a.m. your time.
Potentially, yes. It's definitely a little bit of the moonlight over here on my side, absolutely. But nevertheless, you know, the energy levels are still high because this is a one banger of a series, and I'm just excited to see what happens, particularly like I really want to go see this go to a game 5. I can't deny it, Schnecki.
Well, look, you know what's a hype series when I have to put down my coffee and descale the brewer, man. So you know it's kind of adding up. And look, I feel you, man. I recently just moved from California to West Virginia, so typically it would be like 7 p.m. right now. Now it's like 11, but I'm kind of loving the night scene, man. We let the game bring the intensity. We let the game and the picks and the plays bring the energy.
Absolutely, man. These guys are definitely delivering. We knew this was going to be a real like clash of titans, and they have
Right.
performed thus far. So as we get into the game, we are going to see both these junglers putting some priority there on their top side. Very early entrance into the river from Rafa, who does have the slightly faster clear. Of course, he's going to look to go towards War Leader, maybe try to steal away the red.
This is make or break it here. He does have his smite. No smite for War Leader. This is going to be really
Oh my
bad for the
goodness.
side of War Leader now. He's able to smite it away now, and War Leader is left without a red buff. Luckily, Zenzen had that mid prio. War Leader's now going to need to play from behind.
Oh, that's really, really tough. That's great stuff there from Rafa. Just foregoing a couple of his camps to just run immediately up there to the red side.
He's still there.
Oh
okay, he's backing up now.
War Leader, he's trying to harass him as much as possible. He's saying, look, if you want to make those plays in the Nocturne, I'm going to make it as hard as possible for you to even reach 6 by the time I'm done with this map. He's going to go get himself the Scuttle as well, and huge lead already for him. Just on the camps in general, he's going to be able to go and clear away his top side. And yeah, War Leader he's going to have to take an early base there. He's going to path his way down towards bot side, it looks like, and just say, all right, if you're going to make this a top side kingdom, I'm going to go down there and do my friends some help, get that scuttle crab on the bot side, and
right.
Yeah, just keep going. Just get some I mean, it's hard for him because look, there's priority over there in the river. It's the priority on all fronts for the side of Rex right now. Of course, maybe not on this top side, but this is an island. Let's be honest, like. These guys are just going to be trading a little bit of noodles for a little while. Whilst it looks like...
Yeah, dude. I don't know, Lolo. I feel like if they were at a pool party and they had a wet noodle fight, these are the type of dudes that would stack some bricks in their wet noodles because these guys don't care. They keep on fighting. They keep on battling it out and see who's going to be the better Josh, dude. And they do not give up.
And in the meantime, it looks like Rafa did manage to take away the bot side scuttle as well with that roam up from his bot lane. War Leader is not in a good place right now. He's gone up to the top side.
No
maybe
way.
Yeah, it's
He's recalling.
Yeah, okay. He does manage to get out. Zenzen was on the prowl right there, but he isn't going to be able to get caught. But already, Rex are just asserting dominance across the map right now. They have full control of both rivers.
And look, just to kind of highlight, I get it. He's up a camp. Rafa has 24, farm to 20, but it's a lot bigger than that. Not only do they have the double scuttle and have control of those rivers, we're talking about two champions who need their level 6. War Leader does not really have an engage until you have that paranoia, and you could almost say the same for Rafa as well, being able to really have that old team kind of pull in and really come together with your engage. That's going to set War Leader way behind.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Now, the good news for RLS, of course, is that compared to some of the stuff we've seen from them previously, we've seen Volley Bears, we've seen early game, but this is late game right now. We've got a Helios, we've got Syndra, we've got Nasus.
Right.
Hang on. That's a little bit of damage here and there, but these guys are playing for late. They're saying, look, if you want to play this kind of, you want to play this aggressive style, you better win on it early because, I mean, if this doggy gets too big, then I struggle for them. They have a lot of damage, but I mean, this is a problem. This is something they'll have to address. This is a win con just sitting up there on an island that they're eventually going to have to go and do something about.
Yeah, whether bark or bite, we are going to need to see some of those stacks slowly trickling up. If you had to guess, Lolo, let's take a wild prediction here, okay? I know there's a lot of different factors involved in also depending on how long the game lasts here. If we have to take an estimate here on how many stacks Anti is going to end the game with, I'm going to say 450.
I was thinking very similar. He seems to be doing relatively well thus far, but I'm going to say, considering how much of a fighter he is, I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to say about 400.
All right, guys, you heard it, guys. So if it is anything other than 400 on the dot, Lolo's gifting 100 subs to Twitch chat. You guys got that right. 100 subs to Twitch chat. If it is 401 or 399.
Oh,
you guys heard it here first.
Okay. I see you, Shecky. I see you.
Man, Lolo's like, man, you guys got me casting upside down in vampire mode at 5 a.m. and I gotta give subs. What the hell kind of thing is going on here? It's all right, Lolo. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you, Shecky. I appreciate everyone here. Let's just carry on and say that this isn't going to be yet another mountain soul, by the way. That's something we should mention. It is going to be a mountain on the Drake on the board straight away. So other things are on the table. It has been a very mountainous series thus far. And War Leader, he's managed to get himself, I think that might be his first scuttle of the game, but are they going to try to dive a Tahm Kench?
I don't know, man. Well, meanwhile, Rafa is able to take that dragon, and we just did have word from production as well. So I know you guys can hear production on your end, but we did have word that they had to take out the mountaindrake.executable file and put in hashtag #BetterJoshWins file. So we're gonna have to see what the hell that actually means.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they heard you, Schnecky. I think they're like, oh, damn, he's onto us. We've got to change it up, guys. We've got to change it up. We're getting a little bit too complacent here. But nevertheless, that is going to be the first straight down for the side of Rex there. At the moment, again, it is a very much more slow-paced game. Zen though. Ooh.
Okay. There's the flash now. Looking to push him back over as the power is going to be unleashed. Oh, big flash from Rafa. Looking to try to get some damage out. Pengu is able to survive out of the tower now. Luckily, well, you know, Doctor, that's really big, though. He's able to flash forward now. Pengu's going to be the first blood, and that's going to be a kill. Back on over to Team Rex, the blue side special.
It is. That's a lot. And Pengu, he doesn't have TP, so Zen is going to be able to push this in. A lot of quite a few resources expended. 2 flashes. There was an ignite as well. I'm surprised that we didn't see Rafa going for the Moonfall under the tower, but he just wasn't quite ready for it. They were waiting for Why You Know Doctor to come in and just get that ignite off, just make this as safe a play as possible. But yes, that is going to give them a big push in the mid lane thus far. Just constant little advantages being taken now, despite that being the first kill of the game for the side of Rex. And they've already built themselves a 1.5k gold lead or close to it.
Yeah, just to kind of reiterate and look back, guys, yes, it's a really big first blood for them. But look, judging by the entire rest of the series, technically, the odds go to Team RLS for winning when Team Rex has first blood. As you recall, the first 2 games, first blood went to the top side over to Joshi. Game 3, the first blood still went over to Team Rex on red side to the Yuumi. So it's not the end of the world here, but it's still a very good start. Here's the quickness now, going to be coming out as Demon Girl in a bit of a bad spot, able to flash away. There goes RLS Escape, looking to get the ulti out. The Moonlight Vigil dawns on everyone. Why You Know Doctor's able to stay alive, looking for re-engage, but the problem is Rafa did not quite make it out now, but Zen looking to try to cover the fight now with Doctor's able to get the knock up here. Pengu's looking to run out, not able to escape. Zen's able to get one more, looking to go forward here. RLS Escape, still looking to stay alive, but it will be 2 kills on back over to RLS.
Oh man, that is a great counter gank there from War Leader. It's amazing the Demon Girl lived, but they're going to keep going. They're going to try to siege this turret now. After Pengu, the numbers advantage, Zen just sweeps in with the Akshan, and Pengu caught hell out of position, no flash. So that is just going to give more plates over to this MF. And Zen is now pretty far accelerated after those 2, with 2 kills on the board to his name as well.
And this is something that Team Rex does so well. We were talking to Joshi yesterday and how important objectives are and what they're able to do. And Joshi said there's a reason why we do very well against teams that are around even or equal skill levels. It's because what they're able to do when they get a pick, when they get an inch, they make it a mile. But now Joshi's a little bit overextended here. Pengu is going to be walking forward. Look at a 1v2. The Tahm Kench special going to devour World Leader here, but the power is going to be unleashed. World Leader is going to be forced to flash out with the Abyssal Dive, able to take him out. Anti looking to try to save face, but he can't quite make it to the fight in time.
You can't kill a Tahm Kench, man. They put everything into him. They put the unleashed power, absolutely everything, and he just walks away. He basically out damages War Leader. And I mean, yes, Anti is sitting here. He's getting stacks. He's got a currently. How many has he got thus far? He's got 177, yeah? So he's doing pretty well for himself. So, you know, he might be a little bit more than we anticipated, given that he has just been sitting here being very passive in his lane. But, yeah, Joshi, them trying to jump onto this Tahm Kench, I'm just... He's unkillable, and now he's got double buffs. Anti's got to be a little bit worried.
Yeah, and, well, Anti clearly gets more damage from his stacks of his Siphoning Strike. What they don't tell you, what you have to look up on the secret League Wiki on the Black Web, is the fact that every time Joshi builds more armor, he secretly gets stronger and does more damage, man. They won't tell you that, though. They won't tell you that in League. They really won't.
No, that's the secret tech right there, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to save Anti at this point. I mean, now this Tahm Kench is kind of unleashed. He's got a kill. He's just so tanky, and it does look like it's an interesting build coming out from Anti. He's definitely playing for late game here. He's built himself up some armor. He's got a Sheen, but he's in no position to really do much on the map thus yet. He is the win condition sitting up there. We do know what Anasis is capable of if he gets to 1 million stacks, but at the moment, I mean, RLS did say with this draft kind of, they're like, okay, we'll play for late game. We'll try to stem the bleeding a bit, but Rex are taking a lot of kind of advantages all over the map. They've got a Herald now. They're going to be able to break open this mid-tier turret as well. And it might be a little bit too little too late.
Yeah, and this is the bread and butter in which Team Rex really loves to thrive, man. They're doing so well around objectives. We now have middle turret broken, and guess what's up right in time for spawn? Second dragon, and it doesn't look like there's any pathway whatsoever for RLS to be able to contest it.
No, and we are going to see what this is. It will be either a Cloud or an Infernal. It is, in fact, going to be an Infernal Soul. So that is definitely going to be very explosive for these teams. God, look at that demolished damage, by the way. Jeez Louise.
Yep.
That is... Okay, you can't leave this guy alone for too long. Let us remember what he is. He's sitting on just over 200 stacks now. So the clock is ticking. And, of course, Escape... Oh, Wally just caught out. Oh,
yeah,
he dies so
we have
easily.
the spell shield there, dude. Even the damn Gromp is throwing the tongue out there, dude. That's another one over to Joshi now as we direct our camera down to the bottom lane. A beautiful bullet time. Does shred everyone at the bottom here, but Pengu Soul is able to try to come with the double TP from Anti. Looking to find Rafa. The flash allows a little bit more time, but why Doctor and Rafa are both taken out by the double TP tech. It will be a 3-for-2 across the board.
It will, but that's a lot of resources expended there. We are seeing the doggy finally enters the party, but it's still just going to be Warleader completely solo killed a moment before. Great dive onto the turret and just more advantages over there for Rex across the board. They've got a 3k gold lead now, and they're still, I mean, plates are just about to go down. Ooh, Anti, he's saying hello, doggy.
I mean, Alcaz's heal and his flash here, he's going to choose to give up the heal there. Save the better cooldown, the longer one, for a little bit more of an aggressive maneuver there, but still very well done. Anti is going to be able to pick up some more stacks there in the bottom, and judging by the Nasus siphoning strike, one auto attack, there goes a plate special. He's going to get some extra gold as well. Oh, no, we just passed 14 minutes. Not any longer.
No more plates, but it doesn't matter. He is going to be able to trade turrets potentially. Warleader is now, he's got to be a little bit, I mean, he can't go up again. He's now 3 levels down against this Tahm Kench. He's already gotten solo killed very handily, and he's got to be playing a little bit careful right now. Just continue to farm, because he's definitely not going to be the carry this time around. Whereas Rafa, already sitting on a Hextech Proto Belt, is looking, he's looking pretty good. And we already talked about how, he is going to be one of the make or break points for the side of Rex. He showed up really already in this early game, putting Warleader so far behind, getting so much early advantage for his team, and they've really been making it happen thus far. The goal lead is still only about 3.5k, and yes, there is a DK, and yes, there is great late game for the side of RLS, but the push that they've got in 3 lanes at the moment is going to be really hard to deal with.
Oh, there's so much pressure. And as we did look at those gold charts there on the bottom to see in depth, we do see that literally every single lane is ahead in gold. Gold means items. More items means more stuff you can do in fights, means you're probably going to win them. And even Rafa's going that utility Diana build to empower Misfortune and to empower Akshan to be able to follow up there. You take the rocket bout, you're going to probably build an hourglass after. You don't need to really rush extra damage from the Nashor's Tooth. You just go in, make stuff happen, and allow your AD carries to be able to follow up.
Okay, and let's note now that he does have a Divine Sundra. This Tahm Kench does hurt a little bit, but Penga, ooh, great scatter. He's dead. He's so dead, surely.
Yeah,
I mean that blocks it, but
we have Warleader there kind of just lurking. I'm actually surprised they don't go for that there. I think they're losing a little bit too much in the mid lane. I feel like Out kind of wanted to kind of pull out now, but there's a really good stun. While Doctor is able to still walk out, wanting to go mid and keep Alk alive.
Okay, and we did talk about the clock ticking on this side of the map, but there is a Drake spawning in a minute and a half's time, and that's going to be a very early soul point for the side of Rex now, if RLS don't have anything to do about it. And as you said, Schnecky, they're very behind on golden items. They haven't managed to get their spikes. Their AD carry and their mid laner don't have a mythic yet, because they both had to sort of move their builds towards slightly more defensive armor items, and if they're not online by the time this next Drake spawns, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to contest the river.
Right, and I think overall, let's pretend we're not looking at the top lane here with Nasus TK. I think overall, the more well-rounded composition does go over to RLS, but the real issue is when you're at 17 minutes and you have 2 marksmen that are almost at 10 CS per minute, when that timer slowly starts going to the late game, you're gonna have more damage from the AD carries to really outweigh some of the damage coming out of the Nasus stacks. So I think these team fights late game are gonna heavily be in favor of the side of Team Rex.
Absolutely, and of course they are both building. We're not seeing any sort of lethality shenanigans with Misfortune. These are both great scaling crit builds. They are going to be pumping out massive amounts of damage. The Akshan, of course, working towards that on hit with the Wit's End second item. So Misfortune, of course, with the Gale Force. She's not too worried about, having to deal with too much tankiness from this Nasus when we do have an Akshan in the game. So yes, there are, the Helios now, he has managed to pick up his shield bow, so there is a little bit more of a spike here for RLS. But as they walk, look at that vision control from Rex.
Oh, yeah.
They have to walk blind, and there's so many control wards, and they're spread out as well. I mean, they're trying not to get caught in a choke point, but they do manage to get a little bit of control back into the river here. Anti's leading the charge.
Yeah, at this point, we are waiting for Joshi, and there's the charge there. While, Doctor with the quickness. That is a massive knock-up coming in now with a beautiful bullet time to be able to follow up and a lot of damage over to RLS. Out because they're going to take out War Leader now, but it does mean the death of Doctor. Demon Girl's looking to try to stay alive, but there is no escape for the side of RLS. Anti's looking to 1v9. Can he do it?
No.
He cannot, and that's going to be the ace already over to Team Rex.
Such a scattered fight, just scuffles going on all across the map, and really, I mean, eventually they managed to get on escape in the backline. I think it's Rafa who eventually manages to get onto him and take him out, and Anti, yes, credible effort, of course. He is a big doggy, but he does manage to take out one at least, but that is going to be a very early soul point for the side of Rex, and that's just putting this a little bit closer in their hands. The Baron, of course, is soon to be on the table as well. They've got push in 3 lanes. The top lane turret is still standing, the tier 1, but this bot lane is looking very fragile, the mid lane as well. And at this point, I mean, RLS, they've really got to wait. I mean, if they can stall out until, for another 10 minutes, then they might be in a position where they can fight. But at the moment, it's just too difficult. They can't navigate it with the amount of spatial control from the Diana, the Tahm Kench, the Rakan. They have too many ways of just making the fight in their favor, Rex 2.
Definitely so, and speaking of pickings here, they are going to have the opportunity to choose between going for the Baron or going for that Dragon 4 minutes from now when that soul point does spawn. They can easily just give up that 4th Dragon and take a Baron. It's going to get more value than the enemy's Dragon there, so it's really going to be up to them what they can really control and where they develop their vision here. It looks like they're already going towards top side a little bit longer on that Herald here. Not sure if you're getting lag as well. Mine is a little bit laggy here, so I can't see what's going on. It looks like Anti in trouble. Okay, yep, and that's going to be the end of the road for the dog in top lane.
See, this is the problem. I mean, yes, he is a late game win condition, absolutely, but if the rest of your team is so far accelerated, then yeah, they can just walk up there and take him out. He's really not going to be a 1v9 machine just yet. So RLS are going to try to get themselves some priority back in the mid lane by comparison, but now the top lane is heavily exposed. They have, Joshi's going in.
Oh, that's going to be super huge there. Demon Girl has to force the flash. You do have the Unbreakable coming out now. Escape is able to walk away, but a big bullet time. Demon Girl super low, but a sliver of health will keep them alive. And we do have the wave now pushing mid. War Leader looking for a position. Can't quite find the angle.
When you have a Tahm Kench who's this gigantic, there's really no way he can frontline for the entire team on his own. And, Joshi, absolutely no concerns there with the Abyssal Dive going in with his team to follow up. The Rakana's, Doctor coming in from behind him. And, of course, the bullet times there. They don't manage to get Demon Girl quite, but it doesn't really matter because they do get the turret. And that was their main objective. They're resetting now. And they'll just have more items in their back pockets. They all have bounties besides the Rakan. It's terrifying. And
right.
And now, they'll most likely be looking to go and get some vision control on that Baron. The RLS have managed to get themselves a little bit of control up there in the river, but I don't think they'll have it for too much longer.
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic to where when you're the side of RLS, you want to be able to scale and weather the storm now because the enemy team is super far ahead. You don't really want to fight. When Rex is up 7,000 gold and you have a late game, you have a Helios as well as a Nasus stacking. But the issue is, man, when you look at the Dragons, there's only so much allowing the game to progress is going to really help you. Once that soul comes out, Baron, you have Elder, it's just downhill from that point. So we're going to be in a weird position to where RLS kind of needs to force something to stop some of that scaling there. But again, it's all or nothing. If you force a fight and you lose when the enemy team is this far ahead, it's likely not going to end in your favor.
No, and as we can see, Doctor, he is just carefully looking to get up into the river with Zenzen and try to get some control over that Baron pit. There is a bit of a threat. This is a very high damage team. They can threaten a Baron, but instead it does look like they're going to make absolutely sure they have full control of the choke point first. And we haven't checked on Anti in a while, but he's been having to play for the team because they're so far behind. And I doubt he's managed to get many more stacks in the last sort of 5-10 minutes. And they haven't got vision at all. They're having to defend so many resources to just holding control of their topside jungle now.
Lolo, it's okay, man. I'm not going to make you gift 100 subs, dude. I get it. It's all right, man. It's going to be okay, dude. But here's the potential pick. Oh, dude, but War Leader just gets annihilated. TP now going to be able to come for the Sindra, but right into the line is Zenzen's able to escape. Double kill over to Alk. Alk is still alive, and he is fighting. His soul is taken down. Beautiful triple kill from Alk as they look to take their victory lap under the tier 3 turret. Inhibitors looking grim. Base is looking rough.
And that, I think, that may be it. I mean, the recall times are quite long. It's only War Leader who's going to come up, and we saw how quickly they popped him first time around. He's just not going to be able to have any impact. And if it was him trying to go in, it doesn't look like they are going to risk it just yet on the Nexus turrets. But they do have control. I mean, the Soul's coming up in 20 seconds time. Why not? Just go and seal the deal properly. That is very characteristic of Rex. They're not going to take any chances. That is a TP.
What? Okay, man. Yikes. I mean, okay, Anti gonna just be flexing the stacks now. Gonna allow a little bit of time for the rest of the team to try to follow up, but Anti just gets too shredded. No matter how big you are, you don't really want a 1v4, or that's what happens. It does allow time for the rest of the team to be able to come into position. Alk is low. I don't know if they can take this. Here comes Joshi. Looking to be a front line here. And Joshi's massive, man. You remember Lickitung back from Pokemon, Lolo? This is him now. Do you feel old yet? Do you feel old yet?
I absolutely, Stecky, especially at this time of the evening, but they're going to go in.
Yeah, he just kind of walks on right by him over to the back line, but Alk Battery's still going to be able to stay alive, and that's going to be the rampage now. Jungle is dead. Support is no longer. Escape looking to run out of the fight, but he just cannot do it. Teleport now coming in. Joshi leading the charge. The rest of the team following up. Only one left is Anti, and he's too busy counting his stacks into his Nexus to help out in time. And there's the turret number 1 in shambles. It will go down. Rest of the team is now looking to slowly follow up as Anti looking to get a little bit of last minute stacks here, but Zenzen now going to rotate down to the fight, but a dive from Joshi's able to try to lead the charge into another fight. Here is why you know Doctor still going to be okay. Demon Girl looking to try to help out. It's going to be a 5v2, 5 on Escape, 5 on Pengu. War Leader is now alive, looking to try to get some to the damage out onto Rafa, but Rafa's going to be able to back on out. Base is alive for now. Escape's now back up. Team RLS still in for longer.
Oh gosh, and then clutch from why you know Doctor to get away from the Moonlight Vigil there. I mean, their health bars are very, very low, but they just don't seem to worry too much. They're going to go and take as much of the jungle as possible. Again, very characteristic of Rex. They're taking all the advantages they can without overextending at all. No one goes down. RLS Anti does manage to buy, and Demon Girl managed to buy just enough time to keep this game going on a few minutes longer, but it is looking bleak. The gold lead is sitting at 12,000 now, and beyond a Miracle Baron steal, possibly a Miracle Elder steal as well. This is looking like a very, very decisive game 5.
Yeah, it is definitely looking rough here for the side of RLS. Meanwhile, you have the entire side of Team Rex with their power level combined way over 9,000. It's going to take a lot more than a damn Sensu Bean to really help RLS get back in this game here, Lolo.
Absolutely, yes. And as we can see, the items are coming through. I mean, we aren't seeing 3 items just yet, but, well, except for on Rafa on this Diana, who has been monstrous in these fights, getting those moonfalls off. And they're going to clear out vision of the Baron. They do still have a very strong Baron. Anti, he just can't. He can try, but now this Tahm Kench has an Infernal Soulmate. He will one-shot you. Well, not one-shot you. He'll solo you. It doesn't matter.
Oh, man. Look at the ulti just come out from Alk. He's able to gale force forward. Anti's just looking to run away. Even though he could probably two-shot Alk, he does not close the gap. War Leader's looking to try to go forward now, but Zenzen just does way too much damage now. Demon Girl's now going to be on the run, gets knocked up at the grand entrance, and that is more than likely lights out for the side of Team RLS.
Yeah, and I mean, they're caught in their topside jungle trying to, you know, get themselves back some control in advance of the Baron, but at this stage of the game, it's just too rough. I mean, it was quite fun seeing War Leader getting a little bit ring around the rosies by Zenzen with the with his little grapple, but nevertheless, Escape's going to be left without, left out to dry, and that is going to be game 5.
I'm telling you, man, the way Rafa played this one of the dynamic, I feel like this was a dude that was okay. First few games kind of getting his feet wet. He wasn't here for the last week, kind of getting back into shape with the team. And then this dude just went berserker mode, let out of his damn cage with a lot of the really good engages between him and Rakan. We had so many good fights there being set up, and it just allowed Alk, man, to just be that aggressive AD carry. And let's not forget about Zen. And yeah, Joshi, you're the biggest tank in the world here. I get it. That was a really solid game. If they can bring that to game 5, I'm a bit worried for RLS. But you know, Lolo, we've seen a lot more. RLS, I do believe, has choice. Unless we do a coin flip, I do think they have choice over where they go, meaning if they get blue side, we're not going to likely see that misfortune from Alk, and we're going to see some of the bans coming out for the rest of the side of Team Rex.
Absolutely. I think RLS are definitely going to be taking blue side. That's definitely been the favorable side this series. We have just had it confirmed that that is what they're going to be doing. No surprises there. And the draft this time around, the Nasus didn't quite work out. I think it's just really, it's such a different style for Anti, who's looking to be aggressive, make plays and so on. And trying to outlast someone like Joshi and just like a team like RLS that are so patient, so good at squeezing advantages everywhere, it just didn't work out for them. They can't play for late. They're going to have to go back to their own style for game 5, I think.
Oh, yeah, man. As we hire the stakes, and while Doc there flashes that cape, we're going to get the Silver Scrapes now playing. And we're going to go to a really brief intermission, and we're going to get ready for now confirmed last game of the night. We'll see you guys for game 5.
So, going into FOF, we came into the tournament actually being recommended to the tournament by Yubi, because Yubi was such a strong presence in FOF esports. And we had heard about this league that our friends were playing in, and they were just absolutely smashing the competition. And so Joshi and I came together and said, we need to make a team that will challenge our friends. It is ridiculous that they're getting away scot-free. Our friends can't be that good. And so it was never a doubt that we would make it here to the finals of the Helios League, because we knew that our eyes were on the Super Grand Finals against Yubi. They're the folks that we're looking to beat.